So, one of the most popular questions I get asked in my comment sections or in my DMs is, what song should I dance to? Can you recommend me some songs? Do you think this song would be good for dancing in my audition? And the answer to that is, I can't tell you that when I've never seen your dancing. Obviously! Like, what do you guys expect? However, I can help you find a song to audition for your dancing. So this is part 2 of the two-part series that I'm kind of doing. And the first one came out, which is related to singing and rapping, like what kind of song should you choose for singing and rapping. But this one is going to be related to dancing. So I have a few categories that you should look out for, which is language, company, genre, and other miscellaneous things that are similar to the singing and rapping one. But I'm going to be showing you guys those today. So people ask me, how can you actually evaluate my dancing and my voice and my rapping or whatever? And the answer to that is Patreon. On Patreon, I help you guys with your K-pop audition, evaluate your videos, and other things like that. You can actually check out my Patreon website if you are interested in that and you do want to get evaluations from me. So yeah, there's a new tier coming in March, so if you want to join that for March, that would be great as well. And also, just a disclaimer, because I know there will be people like this. Now that you've said all of these things, so what do you think will suit me best? Do you think this song is okay? And like I said, I can't tell you that when I've never seen your dancing. And if it's something that's not in these categories, then it's probably closely related to one. And if it's really that desperate, you can always join Patreon. It's why it's there. So yeah, let's just keep it at that. But before we get started, I want to tell you guys about my hoodie. It's a cute little alpaca. Isn't that so cute? I got it from Waits Out Clothing. I'll link it if you guys want to get one. I got a bubble tea one last time and I really like the hoodie because it's so soft. It has fleece in it too. Like, what more could you ask for? Anyways, let's get on to the video now. And the first category that we have is language. So should you dance to a song in Korean, in English? And truth is, doesn't matter. You're just dancing to it. The only thing that really matters about language is that you should be able to lip sync it, because when you lip sync a song, it does kind of add to your stage presence. Oddly enough, it does. So the next one is company. So I mentioned this in my last episode for singing and rapping. So even if you're not auditioning for singing and rapping, I would still watch that because some of the things do apply. And when you're auditioning for dancing and they like your dance, they could also ask you to sing, kind of what happened with my SM audition. And same thing as singing, you can watch the video, I'll link it down below. So the next one is genre, which is quite important, so listen up for this one. K-pop choreos are usually a no. Similar to singing to K-pop songs, it just may seem like you're a fangirl or a fanboy wanting to audition because you want to get into the company to see your idols. Say you're auditioning for YG and you really want to see Blackpink. That is not a good choice. And if you are doing that, please don't do that. You're probably not going to get far anyway. However, it may give off that kind of vibe. And K-pop choreos generally don't highlight your dancing line that well because K-pop choreos are a little bit less difficult than other choreos out there because K-pop idols have to sing and dance at the same time, which is more difficult, and hence why they don't have really extreme choreos. Obviously there are extreme choreos, but generally I would not go for them. The next one is ballet or contemporary type of dancing. And the answer to that is no. Unless you're auditioning to be a ballet dancer, which you are not, you're auditioning to be a K-pop idol. Obviously, doing ballet does give you a benefit in dancing, like you may be a bit more flexible, you may be able to control your body a bit more easily compared to others. However, it's not a good choice auditioning for that because remember, you're auditioning to be a K-pop idol, not a ballerina, sorry, not a ballerina I meant. And one more thing that I wanted to add is that if you're doing just like a normal choreo, let's say, that it isn't ballet, but you want to add a pirouette in the middle of it just to show that off, you can totally do that. I'm just saying not to base it off of a actual ballet choreography. Next one is self-choreographed dances. And the only reason why I say no to this is because almost all, maybe like 99% of the self-choreographed dances I've seen are like, they're not great. They don't look sharp. They don't make your dance look good, nor your actual dancing look good. So I wouldn't really go for that unless you're like a professional choreo maker, is that even a thing? Choreographer, sorry, and you're really great at it. I would not do that. The next one is freestyling. So freestyling is actually a great way to show off your skill as a dancing, but unless it's asked for, kind of like the SM audition, they ask you to freestyle when you're dancing. I wouldn't really go for a freestyle when you're auditioning. If it's not something they ask for, don't do it. However, practicing with freestyling is so beneficial. Practicing and playing some songs and freestyling to it is so good to improve your dancing skills, and when you are asked to freestyle like the SM weekly audition, then you are prepared for it. So it's a great kind of warm-up thing, but not so great for auditions. The next one is choreos from dance studios or YouTubers. So this could be dance studios. I'm sure you know a few on YouTube, and they have a lot of good choreos there too. And I actually say yes to that. A lot of people do audition with those, and if it's not that of an overused song, I talk about that in my last episode, I wouldn't really go for dances that are necessarily overused. So don't really go for the most popular video out there. Most popular does not mean anything. It does not make the dance better. It probably just means that the song is popular itself. So just find a choreo that works with you well and that you really like, and choose a song from that. So this one is definitely a yes. So yeah, like I said, no overused songs. And other miscellaneous categories that I have are dances with a lot of movement. Like you really are dancing the entire 30 seconds to a minute, and there are no empty spaces, no rests. I mean, some rests are okay, but if you are resting every other second and just kind of going like that during your dance, it is not a good thing. It's just wasting your time, and almost seems like you're trying to fill up the time, purposely trying to waste the judges' time. So don't go for that. Make sure you have a lot of movement, and don't do ones where you're only using your legs or only using your arms or only using your fingers. I don't know. You need to have all of your body really moving for the dance. Not all the time, but don't do a dance where you're only moving your legs for the entire 1 minute, you know? The next one is powerful, strong choreos. That one is definitely a yes. Powerful dances make your dancing look a lot more better, especially if you pull it off well with a lot of power, with a lot of energy, then definitely go for that. And make sure you just dance really strong and look like you have a lot of power in you, even if you don't. That's kind of the way to look a little bit more good at dancing. The next one is choreos that make you feel and look confident. This one is really important. If you don't like this choreo that you're dancing to and you just seem like you're forced to do it, or you just look like you're dancing, this one is kind of hard to understand, but some people literally just look like they were forced to dance and now they're dancing kind of with no expression, no lip syncing, no power, no energy. But some people dance like they really care about dancing, like they actually love dancing and they're doing this because they're passionate about it. Those are the two differences that you need to distinguish, and having a good song is really important to that too, because if you have a song where you're not feeling it, you don't really like it, then it shows. It really does. But if you're choosing a song that you really like and you feel confident doing it, then it really does change your entire dancing. Even if you are a bad dancer, you still seem like you're enjoying it, which honestly, it does matter, because companies aren't looking for perfect. They aren't looking for polished, well-rounded dancers from the start. No, they're actually just looking for potential and people that really seem like they enjoy dancing, that they have potential in, they've got passion for it, and that's the starting point of dancing. Even if you aren't at Solgi or Momo or Lisa's level yet, that's totally fine. I'm sure they were at their level right now when they first auditioned, right? The next two are kind of related to each other, which is adding an expression and songs you can add emotion into. So as I said, for singing, emotion is so important. Like I said, you need to feel like you're actually emotional. Like not emotional, because you could be dancing to a really happy, cheery song, because some people do suit that better than more elegant vibe kind of songs. Depends on what you're better at and what suits you best. Ones that you actually feel like you're really like vibing with it, I guess, for lack of a better word, is a better song choice. So those are all of the tips that I have for singing. Sigh. I meant dancing, not singing. This one is a little shorter because I wasn't including both singing and rapping. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video or learned something from it. Like I said, I probably did not hit all of the dancing types there are and all of the dancing categories, genres there are. However, I did hit most of the general ones that people look for or people ask me for. And if you are at that really desperate level where you seriously do not know what song to choose, you can join Patreon for that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!